What's going on, everybody? It's Game Unboxing Reviews here, and welcome back to another LEGO Dimensions news update. Now, this video I'm going to be showing off a bunch of really cool screenshots for the Doctor Who content in LEGO Dimensions, but also before that I'll also be showing an official look at the actual level pack for LEGO Dimensions, the Doctor Who level pack, but also a fun pack as well. So yes, that isn't the only Doctor Who content you will get in the game. There's also another fun pack, which is really cool. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so first off, of course, here we can see the level pack for LEGO Dimensions, the Doctor Who one. And obviously, you know, we have seen this before, we saw it in some leaked pictures, but this is our first official look at this pack, and I think that's much better. You know, it's better to actually see an official look at something, and it looks amazing. It really does. The figure itself looks great. You know, Peter Capaldi's 12th Doctor looks really nice. It has the sonic screwdriver as well, which is really cool. We can also, of course, see the TARDIS and K9 as well. And the great thing about this is, obviously, you can play as the 12th Doctor, but you can also go inside the TARDIS, which is great, and the TARDIS can transform into multiple things, which is really nice. But we also have K9, and K9 is playable. You can play as K9 and, you know, ride around as him, or you can actually get on top of it and ride around in it, just like how we see in some of the screenshots of Owen, where he's actually riding Blue, the raptor from Jurassic World. So not only can you play as these things, you can also ride them as well, which is really cool. And like I said, for the TARDIS, you know, you can mix and match it into 3 different combinations, including the one you see here, which is, of course, you know, default. But you can also do that with K9 as well. So there's a lot of really cool stuff you'll be able to do with the Doctor Who content in this game. And obviously, you know, like I said in the trailer analysis, this isn't the only Doctor you're going to be able to play as. You can play as every single Doctor in Doctor Who, and that is amazing. And of course, we can also see a little glimpse at the level pack. We can see, I'm pretty sure that's Big Ben, so obviously I guess that means there's a mission set in London. But also, is that Gallifrey? I could be wrong, but I'm gonna guess that that's Gallifrey. But you know, we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, so next up is the Doctor Who Fun Pack for LEGO Dimensions, and this was really unexpected. I didn't think we would get, you know, more than just the Doctor, but we're actually getting villains as well, which is great. So of course we get the Cybermen and the Daleks. Now the Cybermen are their own character, they have their own abilities. You'll see more of that in the screenshots in a minute, which are really cool. I mean, the screenshots look amazing. Honestly, you could easily mistake this for a LEGO Doctor Who game. That's how good this game looks with the Doctor Who content alone. And the Daleks, I'm not entirely sure if you can play as them separately, but what I do know is that you can go on the back of them. So like, let's say the Doctor, you can be totally anyone. You could be Marty McFly, the Doctor, Batman. It doesn't matter who you are, you know, you can completely break the rules. But let's say you're the Doctor, you can actually go up to the Dalek and jump on the back of it and ride around on it and shoot stuff. So that's pretty cool. So if you can't play as the Dalek, then you can at least control it, which is really nice. Next up, we get a really nice look at the level design for some of the Doctor Who content in LEGO Dimensions, and it's pretty cool. You know, it has a few little secrets and Easter eggs and things. Not really Easter eggs because they'd be more hidden, but you know, it has references to some of the past of Doctor Who. Of course, we can see the Bad Wolf message, which is a very famous message from Rose Tyler in Doctor Who, so that's a nice little throwback there. We can also, of course, see a Cyberman in a you know, a test chamber thing, and it just looks really cool. I'm not completely familiar with this area. I'm not sure if it's from a recent episode or something. I probably should be familiar with it, so sorry about that. But you know, it still looks really cool. I'm pretty sure this is the area though that you'll visit in the story mode, because obviously, you know, there's basically, if you count it, there's probably 2 Doctor Who missions in the game. There's the actual story mode where you'll visit and you'll meet the Doctor and he'll take you somewhere, but then there's also the level pack, so I guess there'd be 2 Doctor Who missions in total. Or there could be more. I mean, it seems huge, the Doctor Who content in the game, so it wouldn't surprise me if there's more than one you know, mission related to the Doctor in this game. And hopefully, you know, they can think about more in the future, because that would be great, because right now this is probably the coolest part of the game for me. Now remember, don't blink. Yes, this is the Weeping Angels. This is so cool to see them in LEGO form. There was a little Easter egg I remember in LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. I think it was at the Legion of Doom or something, and it was outside, and you would go outside and there'd actually be a Weeping Angel there, which is pretty cool. And I think if you came back, it actually moved as well, which is pretty creepy. So it's cool to see that the actual Weeping Angels are now in LEGO Dimensions, which is great. And this area as well looks really cool. This might be the area that's actually the level pack, but of course, you know, like I said, you know, it showed Big Ben, so obviously that must mean maybe you start off in London and then you go through multiple areas in Doctor Who's history or something. We will just have to wait and see. Next up, we can see the Doctor next to, I believe that's a chalkboard. He's probably trying to think of a plan, you know, to get out of this situation. We can also see the Cybermen as somehow letting him think of a plan, I guess. And we can also see Batman as well, which is really cool. Now, the amount of adventures alone with just the Doctor are going to be huge with this game. You know, the fact is, you could be doing this right now. You know, he's looking at the chalkboard. One of those Cybermen maybe might change his mind, might want to attack you. He then attacks you and you regenerate into the first Doctor. And that's just going to change it completely, you know. It's really going to change the whole experience. You're going to be walking differently, looking differently, acting differently, I guess. It's going to be really cool. And it says on GameSpot.com that Peter Capaldi is the only voice Doctor in the game, but that is actually incorrect. John Burton, who is the creative director of LEGO video games, he actually confirmed that every Doctor in the game, you know, every version of the Doctor, variation, will have their own voice. So Peter Capaldi, yes, he is, you know, the actual celebrity voice, you know, it's Peter Capaldi, but I don't think they're getting Matt Smith and David Tennant in there. They will be replaced by other actors, but at least they're going to have a voice, you know, at least they're not going to be silent when they're getting attacked by Daleks, because that'd be pretty weird. Here we get another really nice look of Peter Capaldi running away from some Cybermen, and there's quite a few Cybermen charging towards him. I mean, one is enough, so yeah, running away is probably the best option here. And of course, you know, running away is a big thing in Doctor Who. There's a lot of running away in that show in particular, so it's great to see that in a screenshot. And again, you know, the environments in this look amazing. They look so true to Doctor Who, and everything. It is really cool. I'm wondering if there'll be more than Daleks, because obviously, you know, we know that the enemies that we're going to meet in LEGO Dimensions are the Daleks, the Cybermen, the Weeping Angels, and I think that's it for now. But will there be more? I mean, we'll just have to wait and see, but it'll be great to see more, because this is just so cool to see Doctor Who in LEGO form. I just want to see more of it. It's just so awesome. Now, next up, we're going to get a really nice look at the Cybermen in LEGO Dimensions. Now, obviously, you will be running away from these things, but like I said, you know, if you buy the fun pack, you'll be able to play as them yourself, which is really cool. And I definitely want to play as the Cybermen because they're awesome, and they look great in this game. I mean, we see in the screenshots, we see them running, and we see them punching, but we also see them flying as well, and it looks very much like, I don't want to, you know, say copy and paste, because LEGO games definitely don't do that, really. I mean, they really try as hard as possible to make each character feel different, but I'm kind of getting like an Iron Man feel from the Cyberman flying there. But obviously, you know, that might change. You know, by the time the game actually comes out, the Cybermen might actually fly different. We'll just have to wait and see. Next up, we can see Batman, Gandalf, and of course the Doctor himself. Now, obviously, we've seen this area tons of times in the trailers, but I was wondering, is this actually a cutscene? But, you know, judging by the way they're all standing, and, you know, there's actually studs in the environment as well, I'm pretty sure this is just a screenshot, but nonetheless, it is still extremely cool. Here, of course, we can see the Doctor and the TARDIS outside Metropolis. I'm pretty sure it is Metropolis because we can see the police barricade signs and everything. And, you know, the area is pretty similar. So, yeah, you know, it's kind of obvious. But one thing I love about this is the TARDIS is just so cool. You know, it's always been cool in Doctor Who. I've always loved the TARDIS. It's so different compared to other time machines and things. But in this game as well, you know, it looks great. It really does look so cool in LEGO form. But the best part about it is that you can go inside it whenever you want. That alone is amazing. And the fact that, you know, depending on the Doctor you're playing as, it changes the interior. The attention to detail in this game is amazing. That is really impressive. Personally, I know they haven't talked about open worlds and hubs and things yet, but I hope when you go inside the TARDIS, you could go up to the control panel and choose, you know, the area that you want to go visit, and then, you know, the famous traveling through time and space scene will play until you get to, you know, your destination. So it's kind of like a loading screen, but a homage to Doctor Who fans, which would be great. I mean, that would just be so cool. This game has everything a Doctor Who fan could really want right now. So if they added that, you know, when you actually get to see the scene, you know, just the intro, basically, of the TARDIS traveling through time and space as a loading screen, that would be amazing. It really would. Now this is a really cool screenshot of the Doctor riding K9. So yes, apparently you can play as K9 as well, but you can also ride him around as well. I imagine he'd be quite slow, but you know, it's still pretty cool. And of course, like I said, you know, you can build him into 3 different forms. Obviously you do actually have to build. That's one of the things I like about this game though, is it's very different from most Toys to Life games, because it is actually toys. You know, you are actually building with toys. So, you know, if you want to change K9 into something else, it has to be obviously the things you can change it into. You couldn't change it into something you've made and then it'll appear in game, sadly. But you know, they still give you some really cool stuff. So, you know, you would change that in real life with the actual Lego bricks, and then it would appear in game as that new model. So that's really impressive. I was blown away when I saw how that worked in, you know, the interviews and things. Technology with these Toys to Life games is seriously going far now, and Lego Dimensions is a great example of that. It really is. Now here we can see Wyldstyle and a Dalek. Now obviously this is story mode, this will be part of the story, but of course, you know, you could do this at any time. You could take a Dalek and you could bring Wyldstyle in, and you could have Wyldstyle ride in the back of it if you want. It's completely up to you. And I know a lot of people are kind of confused. Why is Wyldstyle kind of one of the protagonists in the game? Why isn't it Emmett? Personally, I think it's a great idea to add Wyldstyle as one of the protagonists, because, you know, Emmett was kind of that in the Lego movie. So it's pretty cool to see Wyldstyle have her time to shine. You know, she was a really cool character in the Lego movie, so it's nice to see that they get to explore her character a little more, and you know, she gets to meet all these crazy characters, and you know, well-known ones at that. So that's a really cool idea, I think. Here we can see Doc Brown, who's looking very happy because of course he stumbled upon the TARDIS, but I don't think he should be too happy, because if he looks behind him, he will see there is a weeping angel sitting right there, so don't blink. Here again we can see Doc Brown outside the TARDIS, and of course there are some more weeping angels now. It seems that he's travelled somewhere else and they're getting closer to him, so I think he should get in the TARDIS and go. Like, just go right now, because it's not going to end well if he stays there. And last but not least is probably one of the coolest screenshots I've seen for Lego Dimensions. Here, of course, we can see Doc Brown and his DeLorean, and we can also see the Doctor and the TARDIS. And the Doctor seems to be doing something at the moment to Doc Brown. I'm not entirely sure. He doesn't look very happy, so it can't be pleasant. But, you know, it's just so cool to see these two characters facing off. I seriously hope they meet each other in the story and have a conversation, because I want to know what they say to each other. That's, like, the main priority right now. I want to know what Doc Brown would say to the Doctor and what the Doctor would say to Doc Brown, because it would be amazing. You know it would. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, that is all of the information that has come out of San Diego Comic-Con this year for LEGO Dimensions. You know, there hasn't really been any more details on anything else but the Doctor Who content, but if I hear anything more, then I'll be sure to make a video as always. But yeah, the Doctor Who content in this game is crazy. As you can see from the videos, I am super excited about all of this. I can't wait to play as all of the Doctors, run around the TARDIS, run around the different versions of the TARDIS, you know, run away from Daleks and Cybermen and Weeping Angels. It's all going to be so much fun, and I cannot wait. Alright guys, so I want to thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos real soon, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.